Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're doing our shaky cam interior review from a 2016 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. This is the Jeep that is most often associated with the Jeep brand, and it's awesome. If you love to off-road, if you love to go places that no one else can get to, this is the vehicle you need to have. Had a lot of fun in this truck this week, and so I'm just going to quickly show you the interior. Not a whole lot has changed since we did this last year. The only difference between this one and the one I had last year is last year was a manual transmission, this year's an automatic, and last year's was red and this one is blue. Otherwise, I believe it is exactly the same. So we're looking at the steering wheel and instrument cluster. That's the good place to start because on the door, really all there is locks and opening handle. There is no hood release because the hood is latched up front. You pull the latches off. So, looking at the steering wheel really quick, this is a upfit package, so it has the infotainment suite. So you have your Bluetooth with telematics and so forth. This controls that information screen on the infotainment and voice recognition and so forth. Over here is your cruise control settings. Up here is your lighting, your windshield washers, wipers. Over here is your lighting. And then you can see the gauge cluster. Very easy to read and good in most lighting conditions. Classic Jeep look here. So you have your fuel over there, speed there, tachometer right there, and your engine heat down there. And then you can see that it has the trip counter and odometer and whatnot over down in there. Looking at the infotainment, this is the upper fit package, so you have a fair amount of stuff. It's not fully loaded like you would expect from, say, one of the other Jeeps like the Cherokee or something. But this is functional Uconnect. You connect your phone. The easiest way is through that. So when you connect up the Bluetooth, use the voice recognition to do it. Then the menus will walk you through it instead of trying to figure it out on the screen. It's a basic touch screen, pretty low quality. It's way out of date. But if you're using this the way you should be, you won't really care how great that is or not because you won't be using it all that much. You have a USB plug here, a aux plug right there, and the rest of it is fairly obvious. There is a old school flip out for your CD right there, and this is equipped with Sirius XM. Down here, this is your window controls, so this is how you roll the windows up and down. Here's your vents. Every vent in the Jeep is like this, round, fully articulated. You can do all kinds of things, and you can totally close them off when you don't want them. Very, very cool. I really like that design. We've seen it in several vehicles now. It's getting more and more popular. Down here, basic climate controls, pretty straightforward. You don't really need to know anything special to make these work. And down here you have your mirrors right here, so you adjust the outside mirrors with that. Seat heating, traction control, hill descent, hazard lights, turn the 110 outlet on and off, and the other seat heating, 12 volt outlet right there. That down there is a good spot to slide your phone into this little net. Also been shoving the bill of a hat in there so that when I had the top off this, the hat wouldn't blow off my head. I had some place to shove it. Four-wheel drive shift here and standard shifting here. Like I said, you remember last year we had the 6-speed standard transmission. This is a 6-speed automatic. Drink holders here, handbrake right here, cubby here with pretty decent amount of storage in it, and you can see hopefully the little pouch down there. That's the tools for removing the top. There's also some outlet plugs in there. Then you can see those pouches. They're also on the side doors, so you can shove things in there. Big glove box. The what's a nice way to put this? Oh hell handle. Oh no handle. I don't know. For hanging on. And this has the optional removable roof system, so it's easy to just open these, pop these latches here, and unscrew these here. and these roof panels come right off, and you can stow them in the back or leave them in your garage, whatever you want to do. The entire top comes off using that toolkit that I was talking about. And when you're extreme off-roading, over here you have a couple of controls. So you have a sway bar release, and I can't read it. It's a little too dark, but I don't remember what it was for. Oh, it's the differential lock. So those are right there. You'll use those in extreme situations, but most of the time you're not going to need them. And that's really it. This is the basic one. It is not the unlimited, so it has the smaller back seat, no extra doors. But holy cow, this is fun. And the small wheelbase on a Jeep, if you haven't driven a Wrangler before, the small wheelbase makes off-roading much easier. And these engines, that 3.5 liter V6 up there puts out a good amount of torque for the size of this vehicle. So you can really get somewhere if you want to. But that's about it. That's really all there is to show you in this rig. Very fun vehicle. Had a good time this week. And we had some mud. I covered this thing. You couldn't tell it was blue anymore. So there you go. From AaronOnAutos.com, this has been Aaron in a 2016 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Talk to you again soon.